Hey friends, welcome back to Llama Mama Kayla's Yarn Tube. Thank you for stopping by today. I hope you're all having a great day. I am going to play with yarn today, but not in a crochet way. I'm going to do something different with yarn today. Okay, so I was on eBay cruising and I saw these heads. It was 6 heads and 5 little bodies. Let me just grab one of these bodies out of the box. And it was some little bodies there. And so someone was obviously going to do an art project because they presented it that way for sale, and so they were cheap. I think the listing might have said they've had them for a while and hadn't done anything with them, so they were, just letting them go. So they had them cheap, and I was like, yeah, I'll try my hand at that. Okay. So I do have another doll that needs to be rooted. Her hair needs to be rooted. I have watched a rooted video online for hair rooting a doll. Let me make sure that's clear. But the video I watched, they had some kind of tool and they just went in from the outside and the hair would stay. I don't know what magic makes that hair stay. I have no idea. So that's not my thoughts. My thought is I want the hair to stay in after I go through all the trouble of putting it in, right? So I was trying to pick. Some of these little dolls need their eyes painted in, and so I'll try to do that later. But then this one, I know a certain color I want to do her hair, retro stripes. So I'm going to save her for that, if I can even do this. Okay, I've never done this before. Let me just say that up front. This is the experiment, okay? And we're doing it together. It may be a total flop, okay? But you know what? It'll be a total flop that we all know, okay, that doesn't work. Don't try that. Learn from my mistakes, or learn from my not mistakes but gains. I don't know what I'm trying to say. If it turns out, it turns out. If it don't, it don't. Okay, so anyway, I do see some little holes right here to root, and there's some there, and maybe some going around. I'll have to get my magnifier out and see. Let me try to plug this magnifying light up. It doesn't want to work correctly, but let me see if I can coax it into working for a little while. I already have another one of these lights. It just has not made it out of the box and to my desk yet. I was saying that it would go in. It just hasn't made it over here yet. Okay, so I'm thinking, I'm going to pull my magnifying down and look in it. I don't know. We're just going to try something, okay? So want to do some artsy dolls, and so they're not going to have, black, yellow, and brown hair. They are going to be fun, if I can even do it, okay? Let's just be for real. Okay, so what I'm wanting to do, I'm going to give her some long hair, and then I can cut it later, So I need to see. I don't know. I'm trying to look for something to wrap yarn around to cut. See, I didn't pre-think none of this, okay? We're just flying off the seat of our pants here on Llama Mama Kayla's channel. We're just flying off the seat of our pants. We don't know what's happening. It may or may not turn out right. We don't know. We'll see. Oh, I found an index card, but I was looking for something sturdier than that. But I'm only going to cut one. Okay, let's see. I'm not wrapping tight. I'm wrapping very loosely. I should try this with a strand or two before I go and wrap all this, but, you know, I've already started wrapping, and, yeah. I probably should stop. What have you guys got going on today? What did you spend your day doing? What has kept you busy? And let's see. Okay, so I'm just going to cut this for now and just use... So I'm not going to cut this end because I want them to be really long strands. And like I said, I'll probably give her a haircut in the end and even up all the strands anyway, if nothing else. Okay, but what I'm thinking of doing is, okay, so I'm going to take a strand of this. It's not even quite as long as I thought it would be. And I'm using Big Twist slime yarn for this. So I want to kind of fold this in half, and if this really does work, I will have to like find a way to work faster. Otherwise that's going to take forever. So I've got it folded in half, and I'm going to tie a knot right here. Yeah, I should have made my strands longer, I believe. For what, and you know, my vision here has longer strands once they're coming out of her head. But let me try this and see. Okay, I'll have to get this tool here to help me. Maybe? No, I didn't even tie a knot. Okay, let me just see. I want to tie a knot while it's double stranded. I don't want to open it up and tie one single knot. I want it to be a kind of a thick knot, and that's why I'm doing it this particular way. Okay. All right, so that's what I've got. I doubled it and tied a knot. I really was trying to get the knot as closest to the end as I could. That's how it turned out, and that's how it's going to be. So I'm going to take my long needle. I'm trying to push the yarn through the eye of the needle. Okay, I got it. Okay, so this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to take my head, and I'm going to come up in one of these little holes. Probably, I'm trying to get to the first one. And I'm trying not to make any new holes. I'm trying to... And I don't know, with a hot needle, you know, if I had a candle and I put the needle over. Okay, I'm going to put my needle. Okay, it's going down. I just put my needle on the hard surface of my desk and pulled it through like that. Pushed it. Okay. So, let's see. Now, one of these has a knot and it's not going to come through. And the other one should come through. Okay, so that is the first strand of her nappy hair. All right. What do you think? And at the end, I'm probably going to like untwist all this yarn, all her strands of hair. But right now, I just got to get her rooted. So the idea is to fold each strand over here and tie a knot in it. And I bet Big Daddy would be a lot faster at this than I am, but he would look at me like I'm crazy. I had a little doll two Penny Bright dolls in there on my table. And he said, what dolls are those? And I said, they're Penny Brights. He said, I guess you're fixing to pull their head off of them. And I said, yep. He said, poor dolls. But I'm creating my own. I'm creating what I want. Not just what the world says, you know, this is what's available. These dolls here, they did come with the heads already detached. Wrong head. Wrong head. Got heads rolling everywhere. Alright, so I'm just going to try to come in. It's hard to tell. Really, I can't tell where my needle's at. I don't want to poke my finger. I really don't want to poke my thumb because that could cause me to have a blood clot in my thumb. So, sorry about that. I gotta get my feet situated here. It's in a bad position. Okay, so I'm trying to. I was wanting to come up right next to it, but that didn't happen. But to push down, I'm gonna have to put my needle on the hard part of my desk. Okay. Well, look at there. I now have 4 strands of hair. But remember, I'll be taking, you know, those up. There'll be more hair than that once I unwind all of those. Okay, so have you ever rooted a doll's head? Have you ever done that with yarn? Tell me. Like, you know, most people would have asked this stuff before they started. But I got a bunch of heads here, so I can always change my method, but I like how this is going so far. I thought it would be kind of easy. I mean, I thought surely I can do that. And so I had a little confidence in myself. It's this part that I'm having trouble with, the tying it. All right, let's see. That pulled through way down here. And that strand didn't come at all. All right, this is going to be really time consuming for me, isn't it? But I could probably, like, once I get in the rhythm of it and see, you know, like, okay, I could probably find something to watch, some kind of movie. Oh yeah, me and Angela, my friend Angela, we're watching Blue Ridge on Prime. There was Blue Ridge the movie, and now we're watching Blue Ridge the series. So that's what we're currently watching, because we watch the same things. Okay, I'm trying to get this needle to come up in between these 2 strands. It's so hard to tell where the needle is going to come out at. I got it right between it though, I really did. But you can't feel it. Like, I can't feel it with my thumb. Okay. I like it. Oh, this is the hardest part. Oh, that was a long piece. I bet that piece needs to be cut in half and then folded in half. And like I said, she'll get a haircut. I don't know. I just want to do them different ways. And then, paint their faces different ways, you know. I don't know. I just wanted to be artsy. When I saw that, like, I wasn't even thinking of doing that. Although I do have a doll that I needed to do this to, but I was kind of scared to do it, just thinking, you know, I didn't know how. And like I said, when I watched a video on it, they had a tool, and they would just poke from the outside in. And I was like, well, what makes the hair stay in? Maybe they went back and did some glue on the inside. I don't know, but it didn't show that. It didn't show that in the video. So I wasn't sure how to do that. Well, yeah, this could take me a while, huh? I wonder if Big Daddy would take all those strands and tie a knot in them. And then I wonder if I find a way to... I used to have a little dental clip thing. This is too big to fit through the eye. But I might can find something else. Well, I do have something else. I have a threader. I do. I'm just too lazy to find it, I guess. Are any of you that way? Like, you know you have something that helps you, but you would just fight with it instead of getting up to get the piece you need. Let me see. I thought I had that threader right here somewhere. Well, that's not fun. Okay. I do have to keep these in a certain order. Well, good grief. Anybody anybody see my threader? I don't know, it's here. I don't think a stitch marker will fit in the eye of that needle. It's too little. Alright, so Big Daddy did tie some knots for me. And he did a great job. Proud of that. And I found my threader. So now I just gotta figure out the best way for me to do this. Now it's still going to be kind of tricky because I got to get 2 strands of yarn through that I can't barely even see. I thought that was going to be the answer to my problems, but it's not. I can do this. I just got to figure out how to do it with my hands. Alright, so let me hold the needle with my arm. All right, if I stick, oh my goodness. If I stick this through there, if I could just hold that on there and then come through here and get my yarn. All right. Okay, let me just see. I can't even get this in there. It's hard to see. It's hard for me to see. Okay, so I got that in there. And I need to take this and pull. Oh gosh, I poked myself in the chest with the needle. Oh goodness. I don't want to let the air out. And I just broke out into a sweat a while ago. I mean, wait, is that... I can't even see what I've got going on here. I'm about to break that threader, I think. Okay. That worked. It just takes a little finagling to get it on there. And it feels like my little piece is going to break off, but maybe not. Maybe not. Maybe it's sturdy. Okay. So now I just got to find where I'm going to poke this through next. And I want to come close to where I'm already working. There are some little holes there, but chances of me hitting one is not looking too good. So I'm going to stand this up on my desk and pull this down. Ah, did I pull it through? Okay. So it's going pretty good. I mean, I know it's slow, and it's probably painfully slow. For me, it seems like it's painfully slow, but, if I could get these through and not have to fool with that, okay, that worked good. Not have to work with that threader, because that's too many tools. It's too much for me. Alright, let me see. I wish I could feel it. I skipped too far back. I had to try to come in a little bit closer. Okay, see, I skipped a little space there. So the next one I need to come a little bit closer in. Okay, come on, come on, come on. All right. Okay, come on now. We can get in here and get right in between those two strands is what I'm aiming for. I did. I got in between them. It's really hard because I can't feel the needle through the head. Like I can't feel where it's going to poke through. And if I could feel that on my thumb, that would, you know, make things a little bit easier. Right now, that is her hair. And I'm just going to keep going. Big Daddy tied all these for me. There was a few more left, and I was like, well, let me go ahead and take them. Okay, let me get my needle ready. All right. So this is my way of playing with yarn today. And I have 6 of these heads, and so I know I want to do one in retro stripes. I'm probably going to do one with pink hair and one with purple hair. I most definitely wanted to do one with green hair. I wish there was a way to tell where I'm, you know, about to poke through at. Just kind of experimenting a little bit to see if there's anything that gives me indication. I went too far back. So I'll try to fill in that hole that I missed. Well, the space in between those. Anyway, this is what I'm up to today. Tell me about your day. Oh, or night, whenever you're watching this. The soles of my feet are still very, very, very painful. And so I just have to keep moving them around. Even just sitting here at my desk, they're so painful. It went in between those, but not in a straight line. It kind of went to the side a little bit. Those holes, the next holes coming up, do look a little bit bigger, so I might be able to tell where the needle is coming out at if I'm going in for one of those holes. Okay. I'm just, no, not chatting too much. I'm just trying to focus on what I'm doing here because, you know, like I said, I've never done this before. This is all new experience for me, and I'm just trying to get the, you know, the hair in, but I'm trying to go into kind of a straight line, which is hard to do when you can't see where you're poking your needle. I was hoping these bigger holes back here would be easier, Yeah. Okay. And I don't know, maybe I'm supposed to heat up. Well, it's going through, so I'm not going to bother with heating it up because it is going through, and that would just be another step for me to have to deal with. And it might complicate things too much for me. When I do another one, I'm probably going to do some long strands for the back of the head. And I might still add longer strands in the back of the head. You know, cut my strands longer than this to go through. Still may cut some longer yarn to do that. It would be nice if I could actually see, though. And then I broke out into a sweat. I don't know if I told y'all that, but I feel like I'm just pouring sweat and boiling from the inside. So I'm going to have to quickly get off here and go get a shower. I can't stand this feeling. Okay. Well, you know, I think my little idea of tying the knots in there, I know you can't really see in there. I kind of can through the magnifying glass, but tying the knots and having them on the inside and just making that 2 strands coming out to make the hair, you know, thicker. I could have just did 1 strand, but I really wanted it to be, to work faster. You know, having 2 strands. 1 strand, I'd have been working on it even longer. And I knew it was going to be a time consuming. Okay. Oh, thank you. So that's what I'm doing. I don't think he looked. Okay. Didn't quite go in the holes, but it went beside them. Alright. Oh. I like the slime green. And I think the slime green is gonna make really nice hair. What is it? This is what I'm doing.
Looking at the cameras. Okay.
Wait.
Not creepy at all, is it?
No, it's not creepy. I mean, no, Big Daddy. It is not creepy at all.
Keep telling yourself.
he said you keep telling yourself that. Like I didn't just walk in the kitchen and catch him drinking milk out of a measuring cup. He was making something. I guess he was cooking something, and then he had decided to drink some milk, and so he just poured some in the measuring cup. I walked in and I just stood there staring like, okay. And he said, well, I didn't want a whole glass. I just wanted a little bit. This part of the head right here is a little bit tough. Okay, I'm still working on it. I'm trying to figure out where my needle is. There it is. I guess we all do weird things, but not everybody probably does this weird of things, but some of my doll friends do. Some of my doll friends will totally get it. And so, anyway, let me just tell you what I'm doing on, in case anyone's wondering, what I'm doing on YouTube and Instagram. On YouTube, I am creating some shorts, and it's probably, you know, parts of videos that you guys have seen, but I'm going to be making some new ones. But I was just going back and seeing what was on my phone before I delete things off that could be made into shorts, and so wanting to put up some shorts videos. And on Instagram, I'm going to be, you know, putting up some reels. Look at me using the correct terms. And so I don't really know what I'm doing. I mean, I know that I'm doing this to you know, for my YouTube channel. I'm doing it to improve my YouTube channel, the shorts videos plus the Instagram reels. So anyway, I don't really know how to do them, like typing the stuff, the captions. I know sometimes I see people's reels or shorts or whatever, and you can't see the picture because of all the words on it, and so I'm trying not to do that, but yet I don't really know what I'm supposed to do. So I really need a crash course in Instagram reels and maybe TikTok reels. I do have a TikTok. I have one video on there. One. So I guess I need a crash course in shorts, reels, Instagram reels, and TikTok reels. I need a crash course. Where do I get this crash course at? Somebody tell me. Where's the needle? I've pushed it. The little crown back here of this head is thick. It's really thick right through there. But yeah, if you know where I can get this crash course, let me know. Because I don't know what I'm doing, obviously. I think the ones I've put up have been okay, but I'm just trying to be mindful of not to put words over pictures, you know, so many words up there that you can't even see what the picture is. Now I think if I come around here and just make a circle around the head, that looks like that's what the dots are. Really, I can't even see the dots, but surely there's some. That's what I think I should do. Every now and then I see a dot, but not really. But I think I should come around this way now, and then maybe I could put some plugs in through here, like a few. That's what I'm going to work on tonight. So I'm going to let you guys get going, and I will see you all in the next video. You never know what I'm going to be up to next. You never know. But I know I am about to go get a shower, and that will not be a video. But I'm about to go get a shower because I am just pouring sweat right now. I'm going to go fix me some ice water and try to cool off just a little bit. But guys, I'll see y'all later. I'll see you in the next video. I hope you're having a wonderful day, and remember, it's a beautiful day to crochet or root a doll's head, or whatever.